In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble the back end of a Honda Civic Hatchback so that you can tint the back window in one piece. So stay tuned, it's all coming up.
Solar Effects Window Films. At Solar Effects Window Films, their goal is simple: make your car look hotter while keeping your interior cooler. Their automotive window films are manufactured with the most advanced technologies available, which allow them to deliver a broad range of products to meet your needs. Check out solareffectswindowfilms.com and find out why they're the fastest growing film company in the US.
Hey guys, Patrick here and welcome back to another video. If you're interested in window tinting as a side job to improve your skills or as a full-on career or other aspects of the automotive aftermarket industry, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you join our community. We do live streams all the time. We have a big group on Facebook and other things. So go ahead and subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified whenever we go live. All right guys, so this car did come in today. I only have the GoPro, so we're gonna only be using the GoPro today, but this is gonna be a great opportunity. This is gonna be an awesome video. There are a couple videos out there right now, but I think they could be done a little bit better. So I wanna show you guys how I am gonna go ahead and disassemble the back end here so that we can tint the back window in one piece. Now, I've done this once before. I didn't record it because it was my first time doing it. The first time though, I did not have, it wasn't the Type R with the big spoiler. But I did do it before. So I'm gonna go show you guys how I do it and the step-by-step process to take it apart and put it back together. Okay, so first off, let's go over some of the tools that we're gonna be using here. You can go with an automatic or hand tools, whichever you choose, but you're gonna need an 8mm and a 10mm. This is actually a 5/16 and a 13/32, but you're gonna need that. You're gonna need a wide mouth crescent wrench, and then a smaller one as well. A couple pick tools to pull out a couple of the little things, and some pry tools. Realistically, I'll probably be using one, maybe two of these, but I had a varying amount of tools just in case. So these are the tools that you should need. If I need to add any more, I will let you know. All right, so when we're doing this, again, this portion is not going to need to be removed, but we are going to be removing the spoiler, the lights, the wiper, the motor. To be able to get to this glass in one piece clean, you need to disassemble all of this. So I'll go ahead and take a pry tool. First step you want to do is go ahead and remove the covers on these handles right here. Now there is a little notch right here, so just make sure to go ahead and remove those and put these to the side. That's why I have a big table. I'm going to be keeping these really organized. You're also going to want to pop out these plugs here as well, just like that and like that. I try to keep as organized as I can. So these should be a 10mm. So there's 2 screws underneath each of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove them. And I'm going to put these right by the handles so I kind of know where they came from. Try to be as organized as I can. Next, I want to try to remove these black plugs here. I've seen it where people take apart the entire thing and then remove these plugs afterwards, but I think we can do it. So with your pick tool here, what you want to do is you kind of pull down a little bit, and they have levers right in here. Let's see if we can catch one. Okay, I don't know why, but they don't want to come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and pull this whole, we're gonna go ahead and pull this whole plastic assembly out. So we're gonna start from the top of the glass. And I've seen people pull it out all in one piece. You can do that, or you can just take them out one at a time and then just held in by plugs right here. Hello. Pull here. Go ahead and pull them all out here. So they're gonna be held here and then just kind of feed these plugs through. I did watch one video where he took them out. Maybe they'll be easier to take out. So now that I have that whole assembly here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it right there. I have better access to it now, so maybe I'll be able to go ahead and take these out a little bit easier. Okay, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and remove the light assembly. You need your 8mm, which is this one. And you're gonna remove these two screws here, and then the one 8mm that's in there, so. And I'm gonna leave this on the left side because this, or the right side, because this is the right one. Now this one, my socket isn't deep enough, so what I'm gonna need is I'm gonna need a pair of needle nose pliers. If you have a deep socket 8mm, then you'll be good to go. But there is one right in here, so I'm just gonna see if I can get in here with that. Nope, that's not working. Hopefully this wrench isn't too big. There we go. I think I popped it loose now. Yeah. This is a lot easier if you just have an 8mm deep socket. So whatever you do when you're removing this one, don't drop it, because if it lands inside the frame, I don't know how to get it out. So just be careful. So there's that 8mm, and I'll go ahead and put that in right there. And unplug this connector. Just like that. And then you can go ahead and just pull it out. Oh, unplug it here. So this is going to be connected right here. So just make sure to slide it off and then you can take it out. So this is the right light, so I'm going to put it with the right stuff. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Disconnect it from the plastic piece, and then just disconnect the connector, and it just goes, this just slides up front and goes back in. So we're gonna do that and go ahead and pull the light out. It's gonna give you a little bit of resistance. Let me get a tool here. It's gonna give you a little bit of resistance because of the way it's held in, but that's it. Just that little pop right there. All right, left tail light is out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the wiper assembly. So we're gonna go ahead and just disconnect all these connectors. Let's see here. This connector is for the motor, and then this connector here is for the light, the third brake light on the spoiler itself. All right, so we're gonna remove these 10mm. One right here. One right here. And one right here. Opa. These three, and just go ahead and You should be able to pop it out. No, maybe we're not ready to pop it out, actually. We're gonna need to remove that, but I jumped ahead a little bit, so I'm gonna leave one screw in there. That way when I do disassemble this thing, it's not gonna fall apart on me. Before we do that, come here, pop this open, and we're gonna go ahead and remove that here. This should be a 10. You're just gonna loosen it up. Unscrew it here, and then you should just be able to wiggle and remove it. Bolt for the windshield wiper. There we go, just like that, little wiggle wiggle. But when you put this back in, make sure that it goes back into the same angle that it was. So that's removed. Leave that with that. We're gonna remove this cap here, put that next to it. That's where, this one's a 23, so this is where the big wrench comes in. Just gonna get it in here. If you have a 23 deep socket, then you would be good to go. Now I'm trying to be careful here, obviously, because I don't want to hit the spoiler either. I'm going to take that nut, remove that, and remove this ring as well. So the nut and the ring together go with the rest of the assembly. Now at this point, now this is where you remove the 3 screws, but I've already done it. So again, disconnect the 2 connectors and remove the 3 screws. And then you can go ahead and remove the motor assembly. And these 3 screws go with the wipers. And then I like to remove the seal because when I'm shrinking, I like to keep it flat. So I'll take that seal, put it back there. Okay, now what you need is, I need my 10. What the hell do I do with this one? This is my 10, right? So there's one screw right here. This is the one screw, middle screw, that's holding on to the spoiler in the middle. So this needs to be removed. Just like that. Put that up here. Now, there's 2 more screws. There's 1 screw here and 1 screw underneath. So, and this is the hardest part. This is where people get scared. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take the top screw out. Top screw, and I'll just go ahead and put it with the rest of the screws. Take those out. Now, before we get there, you need to remove these 2 8mm on these sides before we can release this panel. So I'll remove this. And you could probably remove it when you're removing the light as well, but you just got to keep it organized. I'll put these with the rest of the screws that are along with the spoiler. All right. Now, what you need to do is, this panel will pop up, and then there's another screw here that will release the spoiler. So what you want to do here, kind of hold it with your hip, and you can just pop it with your hand. 1, and that should be enough. I think there might be another one. 2, there's another one right here. So there's 1 here, right here that you can pull up, and then there's another one right here. They're the same panel pops for like on the door. So now that you have that loosened up, what we can do from here is now that'll give you access to the bottom screw that is right there. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let's see. Screw right there. All right. And I'll take, oh, there's a third one. Let's see. All right, so 3 pop. 1, 2, 3 pop. Yeah, 3 popping. 3 popping's a lot easier. That's the 8 mil. Let's go to the 10. Popping the 3 definitely gives you access, because if not, I've seen people do this where they're like trying to fit a wrench in there. So that's one right there. I'll put this with the other screws. Let's go 1, 2, 3. You just got to be careful because you don't want to bend this and break it. So 1, 2, and then 1 more. Oh, the 3 already popped. So 3. I see. I don't want to pull too much, or else I'll break it right here. So there's a third one right here. There's one right here, and then there's one right here. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and move this out of the way. Get to the last screw. Remove that. Last screw for the spoiler. Now here, you should be able to just lift up. Just like that. There is like a little screw holding it here. Just like that. And go back to the other side. Do the same thing. Get my hands underneath it. Pop that. Pop it out. There we go. So from here, what you can do is you need to release the grommet that's holding it. Feed the wire through. Boom. Put the spoiler down, and that's it. Now, you could probably just take all this stuff and leave it in the trunk and put that over here, but I like to keep it all organized. That way I know where everything is. But that's pretty much it. Now you have the motor out of the way, you have access here, and then you're able to go ahead and shrink the window with nothing in the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and tint the window. I'll either make that into its own video or add it to this video, and then afterwards I'll go ahead and show you how to reassemble it all back together. So